Hey everyone, and welcome back to JessicaLynnOriginal Studios. We are diving into the heart of Halloween season at one of the most magical spots in the Midwest, the Racine Zoo's Jack-O-Lantern Trail. It's really cool. They have over 1,000 brilliantly carved pumpkins that light up the night. And one of the best parts is this trail is extremely family friendly. And basically it's a celebration of autumn that just keeps growing in popularity. So whether you're here for the pumpkin art, the cozy fall vibes, or just a fun night out with family or friends, this place really does have everything. So come along with me as we explore and hunt down the most unique, eye-catching pumpkins on the trail. I wonder what we'll find. So the first thing that you're going to notice as you come into the Racine Zoo, just a side note, it is $10 per person, 2 and under is free. And then it runs September 26th through November 3rd, and that's a Sunday it ends. And it runs Thursdays through Sundays, 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. Last admission, 9:30. And you just pay when you get to the door, either cash or credit, totally fine. This is an extra add-on, so if you go to the zoo during the day, you can't stay. And there's no discounts for zoo members. We ended up going on a night when it had just poured. I mean, we had so much rain, it wasn't even funny. And everything was just so bright and beautiful. So the first thing you're going to see as we step onto the trail is just how carefully planned out everything was. So they had these beautiful photo areas. Now, because it had rained, obviously we couldn't stop because everything was drenched. But most of the time, if it was a nice night, you could get a lot of really beautiful family pictures. And the creativity is mind-blowing. For instance, there were also these massive pumpkins, so we're going to get to one in just a minute, of different characters. They're created by stacking and carving individual pumpkins into recognizable animals like tigers, penguins, giraffes. And it is absolutely amazing to see these works of art transform as the night falls and the light glows. So this one, for example, is a lion. And it was just so cool. And it was big. Like, it was a very large sculpture. Now, what I do love about the trail is that it's not just about pumpkins, although don't get me wrong, it really is. It's a complete autumn experience. They have a food area where you can get different types of brats and hot dogs, hot chocolate. And for those of you that are there as adults, they do have opportunities to be able to spike those things as well. The trail itself has winding paths with twinkly lights, and it had that crisp fall air. And honestly, it was just beautiful and magical. Now, for those of you that have seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, there's that mountain full of pumpkins. And this was actually an older display that they used to have for goats. And they cleaned it all up, and they had pumpkins at all different levels. I kid you not, I think we stood there for probably about 20 minutes and just stared at it because all the pumpkins were flickering. They all had different things carved in them. And it was just so beautiful. Like, it was just beautiful. As we continue to move forward, you're going to notice how there are different sections of their trail, and they had different themes. One of the things I absolutely loved was there was a lot of really intricate pumpkins among like the adorable faces. So every once in a while you would see like a really detailed artistic version of the evil queen, or there would be Ursula, different mummies and everything, and they'd be these highly decorated and carved pumpkins, and then there'd be a ton of silly faces. So we found ourselves trying to see how many we could spot and find, and we were actually taking pictures along the trail. So if you follow us on Instagram, and we will actually put up a ton of the pumpkins so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to take a quick moment and just remind you, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more Halloween coming, as well as a bunch of fun Christmas events that I've already got set up. We go to the Wisconsin Dells, Disney World, Disneyland, and other places. Look at Maleficent. Isn't she stunning? Some of these pumpkins were just beautiful. But that's what I love about these kind of trails, right? It's how you bring people together from all over. So what I loved was you could find like families laughing together, people taking photos, groups of friends making memories. I mean, this is the perfect type of casual event that just reminds you why fall is so beloved. For me, it's really about bringing people together in a fun and relaxing atmosphere. And what I love even more was there were a ton of pumpkins that I was inspired by, that I took photos of, that I'm actually going to now be carving pumpkins with my family this week. And I might actually be inspired and source some of the adorable pumpkins I saw last night. So just a couple reminders. If you're thinking about visiting the Racine Zoo, keep in mind that, remember I said that the trail is only open Thursday through Sundays, 6 to 10, and the last admittance starts at 9:30. But I'll be really honest, don't get there at 9:30. You're going to need a good hour and a half to walk through, especially if you take your time and enjoy. Tickets are available at the door, so no need to stress, but definitely plan and arrive early. All the proceeds from the event are going to benefit all the animals and programs at the Racine Zoo. So that's the other part that's great about this, is it's a great way to support a local community while enjoying a fall night out with your family. Like, being able to support like a small zoo like this, it's worth it to me. The other thing that's really nice about the Racine Zoo, and also a warning, is that it is right next to Lake Michigan. Like, I kid you not, like, there are spots where you can actually look and see it right next to it. So there are times when it could get a little chillier, so be sure to dress in layers so that you're comfortable. Now, some of these are hard to see, but I love those giraffes. Up here, this is the three Sanderson sisters. They actually had them as a photo opportunity where you could be Danny, Allison. You could actually put your face in those. And then right there, you can see they're the three witches made out of pumpkins. There was a cauldron with a really cool little fire down at the bottom. And then there were a bunch of other characters set up made of pumpkins. But because of the rain last night, some of the lights had burnt out, so they were in the process of trying to fix those. So I want you to know, first off, I did not record everything because I really think you need to go and see this in person to actually feel the kind of scope and how beautiful it was walking through this trail. But as we're wrapping up, I just want to say, the Racine Zoo's trail, it really exceeded my expectations. It was such a unique way to celebrate Halloween in the fall season, and I love that every display, they really did a lot to bring out whatever the theme was. So if you're looking for something fun and a memorable way to celebrate Halloween this season, be sure to add it to your list, because it was well worth it. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I hope that I got a feel for really how magical this place is, but again, you need to see it in person to really feel it. And maybe you even were inspired for a few Halloween ideas of your own for your own pumpkins. Don't forget to like, comment, and then go ahead and comment down below which one of the pumpkins was your favorite from tonight. Then don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more festive holiday content. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy Halloween, everyone!